Well, hey, I'm Sim Famous, and we're live back with the old Swift rig again today for day number 3 of the old dedicated Swift process. As you can tell by the title, I've decided to go to real truck driving school. We're going to start that process in 2027, so that's just a few months away. So we'll chat about that today. Look forward to hearing your comments, and join us for the journey of becoming a real truck driver, from American Truck Simulator to real trucking stuff. Something like that, pro streamer. Oh, let's let the truck run for a minute. We got a load to pick up. I'm gonna go ahead and get up the old YouTube Chatterooski on the phone so we can monitor that while we drive down the road. All right, got this up. Looking good. Then we're gonna get our drink. Right, looking fabulous. Everything seems to be up and running. Back in the old Swift rig. We're out in, we made it back to Arkansas yesterday, and today we're going to head out to Los Angeles, California, to the Walmart mega store for today's trip, so that should be fun. Let's get our drink open. Let's see, we got just over a half tank of fuel, which means we'll have to start the process of finding a fuel stop maybe along the way. Today we're drinking on the signature seltzer water. It is raspberry flavor today. We got Mocha Moose says, hi, what's up? What's happening, Mocha? Good to see you. How's everything over in Belgium, I believe you said you were at? Salt Lake City Flight said, where or when are we going to fly the plane that doesn't have working brakes? We might do a flight stream tonight. I'm kind of feeling the urge to hit the old flight simulator. It's kind of the idea. We need to check and see if it still got brakes on it. You know what I mean? Salt Lake City Flight says, oh boy, that plane might not start after sitting for a few days. You know what? You're right on the money there. You never know about them old planes. I think that plane was probably in real life built in what, the 50s or 60s? I'm not really sure. Man, this raspberry seltzer water is really hitting the spot today. And seeing that Domino's truck over there next to me is kind of making me want pizza. You guys ever get a craving for pizza? And if you do, what type of pizza do you like? So far on our poll, we got, have you considered truck driving school? We got 50% with yes, 25% with no, and 25% with undecided. I have decided I'm going to go to truck driving school in 2027. Starting in January, we're going to start that process up. I'm going to go drive for Swift in real life. And that's why we got this up here as well. We are a dedicated Swift driver here in American Truck Simulator as well. Just decided to represent the company. And make sure you hit that subscribe so you can follow the progress of what we got going on too, because I'll be doing videos. And don't worry, the YouTube stuff isn't going away. There may be some time in between live streams. But it's going to be a fun process. I will make sure to talk to Swift. I'm pretty good at talking. And I'll make sure to get us some video of that, the whole process. Mocha Moose says, we want a live of you in a real truck in 2027. You will definitely get it. It will happen. Keep that in mind. It will definitely happen. We're going to spend the rest of this year finishing up our, our workouts. We want to be in the best shape possible. We want to reach our goal weight. So we're going to continue the weightlifting and all that. Get some things in order. Because I have some shows as a musician I got to finish out this year as well. Because I am a traveling, touring musician for artists. And, man, I really love trucking. So I want to go a different route. Well, what do you say we get the emergency flashers on, the brakes off, and let's go over here and pick up this load of flour, 47,000 pounds today. Appreciate you guys hitting the hearts. Much love for that. We appreciate you. The hearts keep coming in, man. We appreciate that so much. So what do you guys think about me becoming a real truck driver? Isn't that going to be a fun thing to see someone who's got a YouTube channel going through the whole process? Getting you the inside secrets, the lowdown. Mocha Moose says, hell yeah. We appreciate the enthusiasm, Mocha. Yeah, it's just something, you know what? As a touring musician for years, all my kids are finally grown up. I can do this. I love trucking. You guys like trucking. The Swift company is only about 45 minutes away from my house. And not only is the Swift company 45 minutes away from my house, it is the largest Swift transportation center in America. And you know they have a workout gym? I didn't know they had that. So we have lost 200 plus pounds. I used to be almost 500 pounds. Now I'm way, way less than that. We've been weightlifting seriously since January. And we're going to keep going through the rest of this year. Well, we're going to keep weightlifting no matter what. But we're going to hit our goal weight. And then we're gonna hit the trucking full time in real life, man. And once I get in my own truck, so it takes about 6 weeks. You're out with a mentor. You're trucking with them, and then after that, you get transferred to your own truck. And once I get transferred to my own truck, get the lay of the land, a little gist, you'll actually see some American Truck Simulator live streams from the truck. How cool is that going to be? All right, let's get this backed in and get it loaded up. All right. Brakes on, we'll shut it down, and boom, let's get loaded. Mocha Moose says, I believe you'll get your license without any struggle after all this practice on the truck sims. You know, and I absolutely love to drive, like, and I've driven some like 40-foot long tour buses as a kid and stuff. And I've also, in real life, I know how to back up things and stuff. Like, I think it's easy is not the right word, but I think I'm going to feel very confident in it. And with your guys' support along the way, I think we can do anything. You know what I mean? It'll take a while, like I said, to get the lay of the land, how it all works out. But we'll get it figured out. Man, it is coming down today. Let's see, I think we're good there. Appreciate all the hearts. You guys are awesome for sending out the hearts that way. let's go ahead and let's take out the rain for today. Let's make this just a nice sunny day. Once it goes away, we'll just stay in the sunshine because we got 1,500 miles. Let's do that. Boom. Now the rain will eventually go away, and we'll have a clear drive all the way there. All right. Let's get the brakes off. We got her in drive. Next stop, fuel stop in a little while, and then we'll end up in Los Angeles, California today. We've got 1,596 miles. We got to go to the Walmart Mega Store. All right, another trip has begun, chat. Day number 3. Mogul Moose says, is the time travel in this sim like Microsoft Flight Simulator? Like, would the real trip take as long? No. It's only going to take us about an hour and a half or so to get over to California. And so most of my live streams when it comes to the trucking are going to be about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And then with a Flight Simulator, it could be all day because that stuff is real time, of course. Clear that way. So while we're doing these live streams, I'm going to try my best to not wreck, put ourselves in a dangerous situation. Yesterday on day 2, we got in a dangerous situation. So, restart for day number 3. So wish us the best. Looks like the wipers are coming off. We got the green light. Mocha, who says, in Microsoft Flight Simulator, what do you do? Just free flying? It kind of depends. So sometimes I'll do like a one-way trip, like I'll fly from somewhere, for example, say in Arizona in the U.S. where I live at, to maybe out to the Grand Canyon, drop off passengers, pick them up. I usually do like private jets, something to that effect. Or we might fly out and then go for a walk. Since you can go walking in the Microsoft Flight Simulator, sometimes we'll fly out to maybe a remote destination, has a pretty cool spot, and we'll go on for like a long walk, go through a park, look for some animals. Some days I'll pretend like I'm a pilot that, for example, say flies out of Arizona, but maybe flies from Arizona to a certain destination and then back and forth, like that was your job as a pilot in real life. It kind of depends. The other day, we did a flight where I pretended to buy a used plane that had all kinds of trouble and see if we'd make it home. And that was a pretty good flight. Enjoyed that one. The beautiful wifey Helen says, hello. What's happening, beautiful wifey? Go ahead and get over here. Looking good, chat. Ellen says, woof, woof. That's right. We are a pet-friendly outfit. We got 4 dogs on board. Max, Sarah, Tucker, and we call her Tongues because she's always licking everything. Mocha Moose says, what's your favorite place you have visited so far? In the flight simulator? Man, oh. Let me think about that because there's so many cool places. You know, some things that I like in the flight simulator is there's a you can download some airports, and there's some Route 66 airports that are right beside the highway. They're really detailed. That's pretty cool stuff. I like that. I want to do a long flight. I want to fly from Arizona, USA, all the way over to Fife, Scotland, where my buddy JBM Gaming lives. And I want to do that in a Vision Jet where we have to do multiple flights. I want to check that out for sure. I want to do that. I want to spend like a whole week just, you know, flying 4-6 hours a day from one destination to the next till we get all the way over to Scotland. Mocha Moose says, in real life and the flight simulator. Well, in real life, man, let's see. Where's my favorite place? I'd say right now my favorite place that I've ever visited is actually where I live in Fountain Hills, Arizona. It's such a cool little town, man. It's got everything you need. You can ride. I ride electric scooter around town all the time. It's just a neat little place. The beautiful wifey Helen says, it's my day off, and she says, fly to Seoul. As soon as I'm able to get an upgraded jet that I want to get, I'll definitely do that. Mocha Moose says, isn't it hot in Arizona? It is definitely hot in Arizona. I think today is going to be, 112 degrees in Fahrenheit. And then it's going to be that every day of this week, 112, 115. And I lift weights. All my workout equipment, my treadmill, my workout bench, and my Marcy power station, pull-up station, is all outside on our patio. And so I lift weights in 112 degree weather, 118 degree weather. It is a covered patio, but it is still very, very hot. Mocha Moose says, in winter, how many Fahrenheit? Usually the high is somewhere between 70 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Occasionally, where I live at, you'll get down to like 40s at night Fahrenheit and 50s to 60 in the day. But usually averages about 70 degrees. And just a couple hours up the street from here, they'll have snow and stuff. It'll get much colder. But where I currently live, it stays about 70. Starts off cool, but warms up to about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Appreciate everybody watching today. We're out here in the old Swift truck. We're going to go to Swift Truck Driving Academy here in next year. So I'd love to have you hit that subscribe and keep up with our journey. All right, we got to pull into the old way station here. So today's mods we're using is we have the the real companies mod, where we can go to like real companies like Walmart and all that stuff. And we also have in the always daytime mod. So this whole trip, usually you have about 30 to 40 minutes of daylight, 30, 40 minutes of dark, and that's how the game kind of redoes itself. Today, it's going to be daylight the whole time out. Ultra Gamer 4990 said, when I drove in real life, I started with Swift. Oh, nice. How was your experience? And feel free, if it was good or bad, everybody has different experiences. I'd love to hear about it. And if you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you as part of the crew, man. We're almost up to 4,000 subscribers and just about over 2 million views now. Thanks for hitting the comments, Ultra Gamer. Mocha Moose says, okay, I'll go check out the calculator to see how much this is in Celsius. Yeah, let us know, Mocha. Yeah, I've been a guitar player my whole life. I'm 45 now, and started playing guitar when I was 11, got my first touring job when I was 13, and I've been doing it ever since. And as I'm getting older, I'm like, you know what? And I don't really tour as much as I used to. I really enjoy the trucking. Our YouTube channel is, how you say, doing okay. And I thought, man, I like trucking so much, why not move into it real time? So we're going to do that. We appreciate you guys checking out the journey. Ultra Gamer says, it was real good. I drove on the road, been all over the U.S. Appreciate your dedication to keeping that stuff stocked up across the U.S., sir. Well, I say, sir, I don't know. I'm making a guess. You know. The beautiful wifey Helen says, the elevation of Fountain Hills, Arizona is 1,520 feet. At the town's famous central fountain, the town sits along a sloping terrain ranging from lower areas up to 3,190 feet along its western border near the McDowell Mountains. Ultra Gamer says, to be yes. So you guys might see that goal progress on the screen. There's also, you can see in the description, you can read about that. But just to give you guys a little update, the goal progress, what that is there for, is for the past 18 years, I've been dealing with a root canal that I need to get done on my front teeth. And it's one of those, unfortunately, it's one of those infected root canals. And since I've been a single father, had full custody of the kids, I never did have the extra money to go get it fixed. Well, now all the kids are grown up. I'm tired of being in pain. I still don't have health insurance because I can't afford it. And everything at the dentist costs an arm and a leg. You know what I mean? Little joke. But we are at $110 out of the $3,000 goal progress for that. And so I used to weigh almost 500 pounds. I've lost over 200 pounds. I weight lift every day, 5 days a week since January. I'm doing a complete changing my whole body, my whole life, and love to have you guys along for that progress as well. Mocha Moose says, how did you connect your G920 to the sim? Because for me it doesn't work. And Mocha says, I'm sorry for your pain. Hey, no problem, man. You get used to it after 18 years, so to speak. So the G920, you have to make sure you have the Logitech G Hub installed. So you got to make sure you have your Logitech G Hub installed, and then set it up in the game. You have to calibrate your wheel, your pedals, and all that. Because if you don't have the Logitech G Hub where you can do the updates for your wheel, when you turn on your wheel, it might feel like you can't move it or turn it. And man, I have experienced all those issues with the simulator. We appreciate all the hearts, everybody. Thank you so much. And since I'm going to become a real Swift driver, I'd love to hear your greatest Swift jokes. Have you guys ever heard those? Ultra Gamer 4990, where are you watching from today? Man, we're out here. Day 3, dedicated Swift driver. The beautiful wifey sends a rose for 30 jewels. Well, thank you, honey bunny. I appreciate that. Guys, don't I have the best beautiful wifey? Sometimes she'll send super chats and jewels and all that stuff. Isn't she so cool? Ultra Gamer 4990 says Florida. What's happening in Florida? I used to go play in Florida a lot. I used to go to Orlando, Jacksonville, Tampa. Isn't there a Hard Rock casino in Florida? I feel like I played guitar there too. Maybe I'm thinking of Louisiana on that one. Ultra Gamer says it's getting rain. Nice. When I was a kid, I think I was. I had to be under 5, but we used to live in Florida for a time. Ultra Gamer says yes, in Orlando. Okay, yeah, maybe it was Orlando I played. I used to go down there. Now I don't play golf, but because of artists and people that I've played for, I used to get invited to celebrity golf tournaments for like charities for kids and stuff. And we would go down there and do shows and things as well. Mocha Moose says, what's your favorite type of music and food? Well, when it comes to music, I've always traveled and played for country music artists. I've worked for people who've had some songs on the radio, and I've worked for movie actors and things of that nature. I've worked for reality TV stars. I've worked for people from the show called The Voice. There's a show on NBC called The Voice. As far as favorite food, I'd have to say Korean barbecue is my favorite food. And my beautiful wifey is Korean. And maybe I'm a little biased, but thanks to her, she's kind of turned me on to the Korean food. So I like the Korean food quite a bit. And for the last year now, I've been really into a lot of protein powders and all that stuff. Ultra Gamer 4990 says, Black Diamond Golf Course here in Florida is where all the pros play. I think that's where we went because the guy that I'm currently working for, because I still play guitar and tour for people occasionally, but I work for an artist here in Arizona, and he used to be a professional golfer. He was on a reality show on ESPN years ago called The Big Break. And we just released our new single, by the way, which is just an acoustic recording of a song called Sober Me. There's actually a YouTube short of it, and you can just look up Rob West Sober Me on YouTube. Matter of fact, now I'm gonna try to put that in here. Now, why do we have a song called Sober Me? Well, it's because all of us as musicians used to be addicted to everything in the world you can imagine. And everybody in the band now is sober. We don't drink, we don't do any THC anymore. And so it's just a different lifestyle. So check out our new single. Go look for Rob West Sober Me on YouTube. We just released it. It's free to listen to, and I believe you can download it for free, and it's on all platforms as well. Some of you people that are watching are current members of my YouTube channel, and at the end of the month, we're going to be giving away 5 gift memberships. The gift memberships get you into the Backstage Pass, and the Backstage Pass usually gets you pictures from the shows that I do as a musician. So what that's going to transition into is the Backstage Pass is going to get you pictures of all the stuff behind the scenes in the truck driving school coming up as well. D. Clark sent Unk Alert for 440 joules. Hey, D. Clark, thank you so much. Appreciate that. The Unk Alert. Love seeing that, man. Thanks for hitting the comments. And if you haven't subscribed, hey, it's free. We'd love to have you as part of the crew here, man. We appreciate those joules. That'll help out towards our goal progress and getting us into that truck driving school coming up. Thank you so much. Big shout out to D. Clark. Just during the stream, we are in the Swift rig. Practice to become a real Swift driver here in real life. The question is can we get all the way to Los Angeles, California without an incident? And chat, don't let me forget to get fuel. I was watching, any of you guys watching Goggles? American Truck Simulator driver. I was watching him earlier. I like watching his channel. Goggles 56, I think it's called. So far, we've got 7 votes on the poll. It looks like have you considered truck driving school with the yes is leading in right now at 43%. And then the goal progress that you see over onto your left-hand side of the screen, I have to update that manually. So when we stop to get fuel, I'll update that if we get super chats and or more joules. I will update that once we pull in. I don't know the dollar amount of what 440 joules equal, but we'll put in $5 for it. We'll put in a solid $5. And if you happen to join the Backstage membership, it's only 99 cents. And if you guys become a member, I'll update that on the goal progress as well. Our Backstage membership will always be 99 cents. It will never go above that price. Because next year we'll start releasing the behind the scenes of becoming a Swift driver in real life. We got the Metro Master. Man, I said the word member like 3 times, and Metro Master, like Beetlejuice, just popped up. Metro Master says, "Hey, Sim and chat, how y'all doing today? What's happening, Metro? I was just talking about memberships, man, and you popped up with that green name. Look at you." D. Clark says, "Are you excited for the road trip DLCs?" Yes, sir. I am super excited for that. I'm hoping that Crown Vic has some police car options, because one thing that I love to do in American Truck Simulator is I love being a police officer in this game. And if you look up on my past live streams, just look up Officer James Not Real, or a police officer in American Truck Simulator. It is so fun. We got MN Person, aka the Mark the Beast, says, "Hey, Sim and crew, I'm listening at work." Hey, your secret's safe with us, man. Metro Master says, "Doing good, glad to be of help." Thank you, Metro, we appreciate that. As you can tell by the title of the screen, I am going to become a real truck driver for Swift Company starting in 2027. We're going to go to truck driving school, and I look forward to bringing you guys some content of that. And I look forward, once I get my own truck, playing some American Truck Simulator on the break and live streaming from around the United States. And so we're going to get everything together, and we're going to make all that fun stuff happen, and we're going to include you guys in on that journey too. And that doesn't mean the YouTube channel is going away or anything. It just means you're going to have American Truck Simulator content, also with real trucking content. You're going to see the highs, the lows. You're going to see what it's really like to become a real truck driver. Metro Master says, "Nice. I'm wishing you all the best." Hey, appreciate that, sir. Like I said, once we get our own truck, learn the lay of the land, you're gonna see. I'm gonna be doing some grilling for some truck stops too, man. I'm gonna be cooking my own food too. Mark says, "You're taking the dive to be a real life trucker. You are the beast." Yeah, we're gonna do it, man. We are gonna do it. And we're gonna drive for Swift, because they are here about 45 minutes away from where I'm at. I've already looked into a lot of stuff regarding it. Spent a lot of time this morning doing some more research as well. Gavin from AZ. What's happening, Gavin from AZ? Thanks for hitting the chat, man. Appreciate it. Gavin from AZ says, "I just got my CDL in February at a school in Mesa. Best of luck to you, Sim Famous. I'm doing local work right now in the Valley." Oh, fabulous. I live in Fountain Hills, Arizona. And so we're going to join that in 2027. I'm a full-time YouTuber and guitarist. And I'm making the transition to full-time real truck driver and YouTuber. Shout out to Gavin for hitting the old the chat. And hey, Gavin, if you haven't subscribed, man, love to have you as part of the crew. It's free. We're on the road to 4,000 subscribers. Man, if we could hit 10,000 subscribers before we get into truck driving school, that would be sweet. D. Clark says, "Cannot wait to drive the Crown Victoria. I'll probably make a taxi mod when the Ford DLC comes out." Nice. Let me know if you make that mod, man. I'd love to test it out here on the channel. I'd love to test it out for you. Mark says, that is so awesome to hear. What an awesome experience. Oh, man, it's going to be cool. And I'm going to include you guys in on that, too. MN says, you will have so much street cred, right? West Side. Living that gangster life. Well, see, here's what's going to happen. As soon as I get my CDLs and I get that, once I get squared away, we get the new schedule set in, the live streams will be a real trucker plays American Truck Simulator. I mean, I absolutely love this simulator. I love all the simulators I play. This one, the Flight Sim, BeamNG Drive. And it just seems like a natural fit. You know what I mean? It just seems like a natural fit. And since I've got the awesome support of you rock stars, why not, right? D. Clark says, are you driving automatic or manual? Right now in the Volvo, this is the truck we got today. We have it set up as an automatic. We do have we can do 18-speed shifting here because this shifter has all the attachments, which is a RS trading shifter that was sent out to us by JBM Gaming, all the way from Scotland, by the way. Thanks to him for sending that. But for this, we're using the automatic. Now, I can drive a manual as well. So if I have to be put in a manual truck, like I don't know what the truck driving school is going to teach me. I'm assuming automatic is what they'll have me in, but I could drive either or. MM person says, my work PC is froze up. I guess I'm not working. Oh, dang the luck. I won't tell nobody you're listening to us. I won't say a word. Oh, hey chat, can we get 10 likes on this stream today? I'm curious. Can we get 10 likes? Yeah, we're doing a crazy change, man. We've changed our whole body around. We're changing everything. We're clean, we're sober. We're doing good, chat. We're doing good. And people say, well, what are you clean and sober from? Well, I used to be an alcoholic from age 13 to 38. Playing guitar, all that stuff is free. I'm the only guitarist in the entire world sponsored by a cannabis company. I no longer do any of that. I used to be addicted to food, fast food, all the stuff that's bad for you. No longer addicted to that. Now I'm addicted to YouTube and American Truck Simulator. You know what I mean? Craziness. After the live stream today, we're going to hit a workout because you know what? We work out now 7 days a week. D. Clark says Volvo trucks are only automatic now. They no longer make trucks with manual gearboxes. That's kind of what I was thinking. My brother was a truck driver for many years as well. I haven't towed him yet. I'm going to wait and send him a picture of the CDL. Metro Master says, that is massive progress. I'm happy for it. Hey, appreciate that, Metro. If someone like me can change, if anybody else wants to change and do something, they shortly can too. It's not easy, but the journey is definitely fun. Gavin from AZ says, congrats on your sobriety. I'm 2 years sober. Hey, right back at you, my dude. Right back at you. I am currently on the alcohol side. I am let's see. Next year will be 7 years on that. D. Clark says, I'm 35 years old and 35 years sober. Now, that's a great thing to be proud of right there. Get you, for all you guys out there doing the sober thing, there's the horns for you. I know it ain't easy. I know it ain't easy. I got addicted to weightlifting now, guys. I didn't even think that would ever did I think that would be a possibility. Being addicted to something that makes you feel pain? God. How does that happen? And Gavin from AZ, he knows what the heat's like here in Arizona, and I work out outside on my patio. So when I tell you guys I work out at 112, 115 degrees, Gavin, he can confirm that. He knows exactly what it's like out here. When we get in here to New Mexico, we got to pull in and get a little extra go-go juice. We might stop in Tucumcari. I used to play guitar at a bar in Tucumcari. Matter of fact, I lived in New Mexico for about 9 or 10 years as well. Welcome to New Mexico, chat. Welcome to New Mexico. I get the mileage check-in for you here. 934 miles to go. Need to get over if we can. Got a trucker coming out on the road here. Just joined the stream. This is the rig for today. Driving for Swift, man. Looks like we got 3 likes right now. Oh, get over here. The wind caught me. The wind. He said the wind caught him. The wind didn't catch me. I was trying to text and drive. We are using the all-day mod. I think I installed it. And it's supposed to stay daylight the whole time we're driving. I'm gonna go ahead and get off this exit here. We got just under a half tank of fuel, but I'm gonna go ahead and top her off. So I'm going to try to do a live stream every day. And they'll be at different times just because in real life as a trucker, sometimes you start driving at different times. But we're going to be running the I-40 route back and forth, just like a real trucker does. You know what I mean? Let's see. We'll take. I haven't been over here to this Shell station. Let's pull in over here. You know, one of the things that I'm excited about being a truck driver in real life is having a little extra money where I can upgrade the computers and the things for the YouTube channel as well. We'll take this first spot over here. Good. Put it neutral. The brakes on. Shut her down. Let me get out of the truck here. I can't wait till we're able to just walk out of the truck. You know what I mean? Let me get the fuel thing. Click. Put my card in. Beep, beep. We'll pretend the tank is here. And let's go ahead and fill her up. Nice to get out and stretch your legs, you know what I mean? Okay, full click. Grab this guy, put her back over here. Click. Jump back in the truck. Where's my keys? He said, where's his keys? Get this window down here, get a little air. Just break off. Put her in drive. I do like that. See the green D right there. If I put it in neutral, put it in reverse, I like how that switches. That's pretty cool. In case you guys never noticed that before. If you just joined the stream, I am going to become a real truck driver for Swift. Make sure to tune in, subscribe, so you can check out that journey as we go through it. Hey, they got a dog park over there. Sweet. All right, we got it full of fuel, and we got 894 miles to go. In the game, it is 9:26 p.m., which it should be dark right now, but thanks to the all-day mod, it is still daylight, which I enjoy because it's daylight outside here in real life where I'm at, and kind of makes it feel a little bit better to me. Let me move my mouse around here. I had it in the wrong spot. We're going to pop back up on the highway here. Clear this way. Can we have an accident-free trip? Fingers crossed, chat. Swing her a little wide there. Getting back out on the road. Right. We get this window back up. What are you guys having for lunch or dinner today? Any plans? Anything you're looking forward to? You making something? Or what'd you have for breakfast? This morning for me, I had I have some of these things called Legendary Donuts. 20 grams of protein, 2 small donuts. I had that. I had a Shamrock protein stupid protein shake, which is 50 grams. So I had 70 grams of protein. And then lunch, I had oatmeal mixed with a plant-based sausage, which is actually really good. I never thought I'd say those words. And some eggs mixed with some natural honey. That was super good. The beautiful wifey Helen says, can't wait for Korean barbecue again. Helen says she's going to have ramen for late lunch and dinner lunches. Nice. Tomorrow, Sunday, is house cleaning day. Metro Master says I'm having roast chicken, mixed vegetables, and a little white rice. Ginger ale for the wash down. Man, I hadn't had a good ginger ale in a long time. I've been drinking speaking of water, I'm thirsty. I've been drinking the seltzer waters, these things. I've been drinking nothing but water for almost all year. And tomorrow we're going to do a bunch of house cleaning. Going to do we got a bunch of dusting to do some mopping. I gotta clean up the outdoor gym. We get a lot of dust storms here, man, and everything on the patio is just covered in durst. I can't talk. Covered in dust. The beautiful wifey says our little dog Tucker is being clingy. Yeah, Saturday's his favorite day because he gets to hang out with the mamas. He enjoys those days. Oh, chat, when we pulled in for fuel, I forgot to update the goal progress. Let's pull into the rest area. I want to be a man of my word. I said I was going to update that. I need to pull over to do that. I don't want to do it. I'm driving. I've never been over to this little rest area. This truck going to wait for us? Oh, they got a stop sign too. Okay. Oh, it looks like we have one of those little camera things here too. I'm going to update the goal by $5. Put that on my turn signal off. We'll leave it running. Or do I got to turn it off to do this thing? There you go. We'll check out Route 66 rest stop cutscene. I'm going to go over here and update this. You'll lose sound for a second, but you'll still have the picture on the screen. Okay, that is updated. Checking out the cutscene. And as soon as this finishes, we'll get right back out on the road. The beautiful wifey Helen says, Arizona facts. How high? The Haboob in Arizona is a massive wall of dust that typically reaches between 3,000 and 10,000 feet high with extreme storms, towering up nearly 2 miles into the atmosphere. We have been getting quite a few of those dust storms. All right, cutscene is over. Fire the rig up. And we'll get moving back out on the road. Appreciate you guys sending the jewels. We're chipping away at that goal progress of getting the old tooth issue fixed, just a little by little, man. I don't care how long it takes. I'm just glad we're on the path to getting it done. All right, let's get it back in the wind. Yeah, I'm excited for the road trip DLC, the coaches DLC. That's going to be good stuff. When all the new stuff comes out, we'll still check them out too. If I happen to have, like, anytime any of the DLCs drop, and if I happen to have cash on hand and I can pick them up, I'll pick them up and live stream them as well. All right, we're back moving again. Helen says the Haboob, they can stretch over 100 miles wide. It's crazy to see a big wall of dust. I bet in about 30 minutes the beautiful wifey will fall asleep. Metro Master says the coaches in ETS2 have my ears perked. You know anything mass transit. Yes, sir. I just did I did a live stream the other night where I took a relaxing rainy drive in a coach in ETS2. And if you check out the date, it was just a day or two before they teased their latest coaches DLC. All I'm saying is I have a good intuition of when things are coming out. Just so you rock stars know. And I mean, it's not like I have someone that works for the company texting me stuff, but I might. But you didn't hear me say that, but I might not. Right? You never know. You never know. Clear to get over, we are. Metro Master comes in with the big laugh. We're looking good, chat. I'll give you a little mileage check-in. 749 miles to go. And I started the day one with this Volvo truck with 0 miles on it, and now we got 3,736 miles. We're going to see how many miles this truck gets on it between now and January 1st. And I did that because our YouTube channel, there's two things that made me come up with this idea. Our YouTube channel just passed 2 million views, and I also saw on a Swift post there was a trucker that he did 3 million miles, so they gave him a new Volvo truck. And I thought, well, you know, since we hit 2 million views on YouTube, I'd gift myself a new Volvo truck and become a Swift driver. So I was just kind of role-playing along those lines. We are now at 2,010,000 views on the YouTube channel. That's crazy. And getting awfully close to that 3,700 subscribers. I got serious with this YouTube channel in 2013. I had 13 subscribers, and now we have almost 4,000. It's crazy. Metro Master says, sounds good to me. Congrats on the YouTube views. Oh, thanks, Metro Master. Always good to see you, man. And once I get into a real truck, if I'm ever coming through anybody's town, I'll try my best to make it where we can do a meetup and get a quick picture. Nick Ramsey says, I'm here, Sim. What's happening, Nick? Everybody in the chat, Nick Ramsey has made it in. Nick says, nothing much. That sounds like a good plan. That's what we're doing here. We just are driving and chatting, man. Driving and chatting. Back here out on that road. Headed out to Los Angeles, California. MN says, what will be your first rig with Swift? I don't know yet. So I looked up the way that it's going to go. From what I understand is weeks 1 through 3. You'll be going to the facility that's here in Phoenix, Arizona. and you have two options of time. I think it's sometime between 9 and 5 in the morning, like 9 a.m. to 5 in the afternoon, or you have another set where you can go between 6 and 10 in the evenings. So the first 3 weeks, you'll go do like some training there at the school. You get to know about some stuff, and you'll be back home every night. And then once you go through that, then you'll get paired with a mentor, and then you'll spend the next 4 to 6 weeks gone out on the road with the other trucker. So you guys will be sharing the same truck, and they'll be watching you, teaching you best habits, kind of giving you the lay of the land. After you get your, I believe it's 200 hours, you get that done, and then you get transferred over to your own truck. So at that point, I will know. So sometimes, once I get an idea, I'll let you guys know. Nick Ramsey said, "You're quitting your guitar job?" No, I will still be doing guitar. My guitar gigs, the way they work, they're not like daily or weekly. I'm lucky that I get to pick and choose. So what I will do is for the first part of next year, I'm going to be really focused on learning the schedule, getting the truck driving, all that stuff down. But I'll still be making YouTube videos for the guitar and for the gaming stuff. And then the guitar gigs will be scheduled once I have home days. Or I have another friend of mine who is also a truck driver and guitarist, and sometimes he's able to schedule gigs for other artists throughout the country. If it works out, he actually on his off time will go play shows. But quitting, no. Scaling back, yes. Going a different route for a while, so to speak. And as far as the guitar stuff, it's like I've done that for 30 years. I've played big stages, small stages. I played for artists. I've done sessions. I've toured. I've went to other countries. I've kind of did what you can do with that situation. And I heard a person one time say, "You know what? You can be good at multiple things." I was like, "You know what? You can." And that's how I got the YouTube channel going. And that's turned into being a real trucker too, which is cool. When you go through the tuition with Swift, they pay for everything up front, and you just pay it back out of your weekly checks, from what I understand. And they've upped their, as you're going through the school, you get $1,000 a week base pay, just right off the bat. So should be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. Now, of course, if someone's paying you $1,000 a week, it's not going to be easy work. Let's all keep that in mind, right? That's why the weightlifting and working out and all the diet stuff is even more important to get to my goal weight by January. Because the better shape you're in, the better you can do this type of job, because there's a lot of work involved in being a truck driver. There's a lot of hands-on stuff that people don't realize is a part of the everyday grind. But if you can transition, you can change your life from being really big and overweight and to becoming what I'm turning into. If you can do that, you can do anything. That's kind of what it gives you confidence. And one advantage I have, Metromesh says, "Oh yeah, yeah, he knows." One of the advantages that I have is one, I enjoy talking to people. I'm good at communicating, hanging out with people. Two, I've been on the road as a musician, so I know what it's like to be in a shared space with another person. I understand what it's like. I understand how to not get homesick. You know, hope that makes sense. So that does give me, it gives me an unfair advantage because the hard part of the job about just the mentality part, I already know how to do all that stuff. Like I'm already accustomed to being gone or being able to turn off that. Oh, I can't leave. You know, I got to stay home. I know how to do that. I'm okay with eating at a truck stop in the middle of the night by myself. I'm okay with being by myself. You know? So that's a hard part for people to overcome. I think the hardest part will be just learning the new trade, learning the situations you might get into when your truck breaks down or when you're stuck in traffic for hours or you go somewhere and you can't get unloaded for hours or maybe got dispatched, just talking to you all the time. Who knows, right? Just getting used to the new things, I believe, will be the hardest part. And dealing with the traffic, different people's mentalities and staying safe out on the road. I know what it's like to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and then drive for 12 hours to another state and go play guitar. Like I understand what that's like, and I know how to go to bed at weird hours. You might quit. You might have to stop driving in the early morning, and you might have to make sure you get sleep. Metro Master says, for short, the transportation industry requires certain mentality. You're right, Metro Master. It takes certain types of people to be able to do that, and I truly believe I'm one of those certain types. D. Clark says, have you ever played ETS2? Yes. I actually just did a live stream, 2 or 3 live streams back, where I was a coach driver practicing to be for the coaches DLC. MN says, when you're stuck waiting for hours, you can do a live stream or make content. Yeah, see, that's another thing. If there's a part where I'm stuck for hours, I'm going to get in a weightlifting session. Once I have my own truck, I'm going to carry some weights with me. I'm going to make it home away from home. I'll have a laptop with me. I'll have cameras with me. And then by that time, maybe we'll have. I applied for the Logitech creators thing, and you never know. We may be sponsored by Logitech by that time. And if so, I will have a a trucking rig in the rig that'll be easy to put up. And by then, it might be out on console, so it may be just as easy as to take a PlayStation 5 and, stream like that as well. You guys, there should be like Riding with Dave, YouTube channel. Basically, you're going to see content that you'll have this, and then you're going to have like that type of stuff as well. Now, of course, I've got to get in there. I got to figure out what Swift's policies are with social media stuff and all that. But on your downtime, obviously, you can do whatever you want. And keep in mind, I'm good at talking to companies and things. Being that I was in a musician world, I know what it's like to turn a no into a yes. Okay. Like I said, maybe we could talk him into being a part-time virtual driver for Swift, helping with recruits too. You know what I mean? I think big when I do anything. D. Clark says Pro Mods is a great map, especially Canada and ATS. Hopefully, the British Columbia DLC will be just as accurate as the Pro Mods Canada. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, man, to where we can go all the way one day from Florida up through Canada, all that type of stuff. And see, I've came up with some ideas too. Like once I become a real truck driver, there'll be times to where like the YouTube will be recreating my real life driving route, It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be hard work, don't get me wrong. But it's going to be so much fun to incorporate this with the real side of it. And to know that you guys have seen me go from being this big overweight guy to, wow, he looks a lot different, to, wow, he's a real truck driver. He's a guitar player, a trucker, and a YouTuber. This dude's crazy. Yeah, it's good to be able to do that. And not only for the content part, but I'm making this stuff as for, like a real life documentary. One day that my children, one day when I'm not here and I've passed away, they can go back and always hear my voice, see me, see what I did, see how I went from being an alcoholic, a drug addict to not, in case, because look, they may be in that position one day too. I can't control what they become as grown men and women, right? All I can do is just give them a perspective. Emin says, "Stop! You make us cry, bro." It's dusty in here, man. I get a little dust in the eyes. But yeah, that's just who I am, man. That's just me. And you never know. One of you guys might decide to be a truck driver. The next thing you know, I'll be passing you on the highway in a real life convoy. You just never know, right? You just never know. Get a little mileage check in. 361 miles to go. Man, chatting with you guys makes 1,500 miles go by quick. And I look forward to like when I'm back home, I get to see the dogs and the beautiful wifey. And then I also look forward to where once maybe I'm heading out east, I can meet up, have lunch with one of you guys, have dinner. Maybe I got time off. You're like, hey man, I'm gonna make you some dinner. I appreciate that. And then I can visit my kids and my grandkids, sometimes just going back and forth. Yeah, man says, I hate the commercials, G's, right? I'll tell you what I'll do for you guys, chat. The next live stream, I'll put the ads on low to where they come on. Or you know what? Actually, I'll try the manual thing. I've never done that because my channel is monetized, and that's how I make a little bit of quarters, I guess you could say, is through those ads. Uh, but I've learned that there is an options to space them out or make them different. Metro Master says, and you didn't have a lot of bad traffic on this trip. Yeah, it was pretty smooth. Tomorrow's live stream, if I get a chance to do a live stream, we'll be going from California back to Arkansas. But if I don't get a chance to do it tomorrow, then it'll be Monday. But I'm going to try to stream something every day. Some days I have to take a day off just because you get a little burnout on things, And plus, when you talk a lot like me, you have to be mindful of your voice. It's like a tool, an instrument. You have to take care of it. Plus, I'm sure you guys can only listen to me so much. We're like, I'm tired of listening to his voice. I haven't heard from the beautiful wife in a while. She must have fell asleep. About 3 o'clock gets to be around her nap time here. It's 2:30 where I'm at. And plus, she works so much, and I figure about me going out. She says, nope, I'm awake. Stalker. You see what I did there, guys? Helen says she's playing games. She's a copycat, guys. Now she's a gamer. So far, we have have you considered being have you considered truck driving school? 50% with yes, 30% no, and 20% undecided. Ailman says, I have to bring the wife to the doctor appointment on Monday. Everything okay? Or is it just like a routine thing? Totally up to you whether you share that information or not, as always. Anyways, just tell her I wish her all the best for whatever it may be. Wait on this truck to get around here. We'll just stay here. I know you guys are excited to be like, is he really going to go to truck driving school? Yep. Once I finally make my mind up to do something, I'd do it. Emmett says she's got a growth on the inside of her cheek of her mouth. Yeah, definitely go get it checked out. Always good to stay ahead of something, you know. We'll keep in our minds that maybe it's just something, you know, the normal body goes through, you know. But you keep me up to date. Always like keeping up with chat and keeping up with you guys. Helen says, Sim, the next vehicle color will be cool and bold sapphire, cobalt blue, steel blue, thunder. The beautiful wifey's, she's already thinking about what kind of car I'm going to buy her when I'm a trucker. You dang right, I'm going to buy you a blue car. Helen says, no, LOL. Well, I am. I'm going to buy you a car. I'm going to buy me one. Hillman says, I will. Then found out my dad has breast tissue cancer. This is the 1% for men to get. Oh, man. Talk about it, just a kick in the heart, right? But maybe we can get it all taken care of. You know what I mean? Maybe it'll all work out. Maybe it'll just be a scare. Maybe it'll just be that. And you know what's crazy, man, is I lost my mom and dad years ago. My dad's been passed away now for, let me figure it up here. Let's see. 2002 to now is what, 24 years. My dad passed away from lung cancer. He got lung cancer from working in the coal mines. And then my mom passed away from brain cancer in 2012. So she's been, what is that? What's it, 14 years? Something like that. So I've been like an orphan. Metro says 14. Yeah, 14. So yeah, 14 for her and 20 20 plus for Pops. MM says, so sorry to hear life is short and fragile. Man, you ain't lying there. Yeah, it's crazy to think, man, how it happens like that. But I mean, I guess it's part of it. It never does get. I guess it does get a little easier after time passes by. But it's still a unique experience. A beautiful wifey said, "My dad passed away, kidney issues, couldn't walk, hit his head. Yeah, it was a rough time." But now, you know, it's you know, now I'm the dad, and now, you know, I don't have like videos. I don't have any recordings of my mom or dad's voice. So if your parents are still around, I recommend all of you guys make sure you get that on some sort of recording. You won't regret that. Which is why I'm thankful to be on YouTube, because anybody who knows me, and one day when I'm the one that's not here, they'll be able to hear me. Emin says these things hit a person in the chest. Boy, you ain't lying there. That's a truth token. Metro Master says you don't really get over it. You sort of learn to live with it, right? That's very true. I mean, that's real life right there. That's real life. And, you know, at one time in my life, just like everybody else's, I had mom and dad and, sister, brothers, and then, but now it is just, now it's just me and my brother. My brother is 16 years older than me. And so if I'm 45, you can do the math, right? You know what I mean? And if he goes before me, well, then that makes me the last one. And boy, that's an interesting pressure to be the last one. I can say that. But if I'm the last one, I mean, it's that's an interesting position to be in, and also a thankful position, I guess, to be in at the same time. It's really hard to compute that in your head. The beautiful wifey says I'm still going through it. Yes, she is, and I'm always here for you, honey bunny, because I know what it's like. I know what it's like. Also, being a musician, there's been 3 or 4 people that I used to work for. That was my full-time jobs. They've all passed away too. It's kind of a unique feeling to be the last one of everything, man. you know, like me, the alcoholic, the drug addict. Why am I the one still here? You start feeling a little guilty about it. But in these times, now keep in mind, chat, when you're going through these things, or the possibility, when you start realizing, you are here and other people are not, don't take those days for granted. Get out there, work out, take a little better care of yourself. And maybe you maybe you go to McDonald's. Instead of going to McDonald's, you go to the store and buy some hamburger meat and make you a hamburger at home. Anything. Maybe if you got a bad habit and you really want to quit it, maybe today's the day you start. And it's okay to fail, because failing is part of success. You can't be successful without failure. Emmett says, look at Dick Van Dyke. He's 100 years old and still exercising, right? That's another thing about going to truck driving school and becoming a trucker. I want to make sure I got a way to pay for some health insurance in case I ever got to go to the doctor. Or maybe the beautiful wifey's got to go to the doctor. Maybe we need something. I want to make sure there's a little extra there. And if I can make some money trucking, and now I make a little money off of YouTube, we can just put it all together and keep it all going. Do a mileage check-in. 77 miles to go, chat, to our final destination of today. Man, can't believe 2 hours it went past like it's 15 minutes. That is absolutely crazy. Metro Master says, I look at failure as discovering that this way won't work. Try something else. There you go. That's life experiences talking right there. The beautiful wifey Helen says, Max woke up from his nap. Sleepy dog. Helen says, Tucker is being Tucker. Yeah, the old Tucker. MN says, I've been eating grapes and cherries for better health. Fabulous. Proud of you. Absolutely proud of you. Absolutely proud of all you rock stars, man. Appreciate you guys helping me hit that goal process of progress so I can get the get this tooth issue fixed. We are on our way. And chat, when I get to the goal and I'm able to start making appointments for that doctor stuff, I'm gonna take you guys along for that too. Be like, you guys help me do this. You all help me fix this issue. You guys saved my life, because what I have can kill you. And because I've been making all these changes in life, I don't want that to mess me up. You know what I mean? Metro Master says, oops, look, I talked the traffic up. Right? Was that you? That was you, wasn't it? Yep. I got to get over. Head toward this San Bernardino. Can we get to the destination with no accidents? So far, we're almost there. We are almost there. Day number 3, being a full-time Swift driver. Appreciate you guys hitting the votes there too, and the polls. I really enjoy doing those polls for you guys. That's fun. Let me get over. We got a car trying to crowd us here. MN says, it's more than a regular commercial. The person misses part of the live show, right? I remember when you could watch YouTube and there was never any ads. Now you get ads in between the ads. And there's always ads on everywhere you go. You go to the gas station and get gas. You got a TV playing ads to you. You go to Facebook, ads. You go to Instagram, ads. TikTok, ads. It's absolutely crazy the amount of ads you get on stuff these days. MM says, then YouTube has these ads that play like a dang soap opera, right? You know, I need to check and see. Now we're talking about ads. I bet that I think you can turn off ads during the live stream and then back on after. Let me look into that. I'll do that when I get done streaming today. I've never even thought about that to just now, because ads bug me, man. All right, here's our exit. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we went the wrong way, chat. We went the wrong way. All right, let's go turn her around. Antonio says, "I wish I could be a truck driver, but but I have non-epileptic seizures." Oh, sorry that you have those, man, Antonio. The only experience I have with seizures is I have a Chihuahua, and he has seizures about every 3 months. He used to have them monthly, and then and he has them about every 3 months now. And it's a pretty bad experience. I feel sorry for him when he goes through that, and wishing you all the best. And thanks for hitting the comments, Antonio. I truly appreciate that. We got to go up here and turn around because I went the wrong way. Emma says, ads were never this bad. Oh, I agree. Yeah, I'm gonna check and see. I would prefer like the live stream to not have ads and then put them on after the live stream. I'm gonna look and see if I can do that. I know there is a low, a medium, a high setting, and a manual setting as well. I want to make sure there's an off setting. Oh, and just a few more weeks, I finished the YouTube. I'm in the 8-week YouTube program. It wraps up on September 11th, and we're full-time graduates of the YouTube Creator Program. You guys are. I mean, I already graduated the YouTube Creator Program that I was in. That was the first 4 weeks. And now, after September 11th, I'm a graduate of that and the Vertical Live Bootcamp program. So you're talking to a full-time YouTube graduate here from the invite only. You have to. It's an invite from YouTube itself only, and that's because you guys keep watching and hanging out. I got to be a part of that because of you, rock stars. Metro Master says, yay, congrats on this also. You are rocking. Hey, thanks, Metro. I got to go back up here and turn around. I went way far out of the way. I went the wrong way, man. The beautiful Rifey says, I'm still around listening, stalker. She's my favorite stalker. Yeah, I went the wrong way in California. Who would have thought? Looks like we get off at this exit and flip it back around. Emin says, I guess Asian girls in my area are dying to meet you. Oh, you getting ads for it? I just got an ad for a BMW. What type of ads do you guys see? Because I bet we all see different ones. Helen says, I'm a huge fan. Well, I'm your biggest fan. All right, chat, we can flip a Yui here and get back headed to the right direction. Well, so far we haven't had any wrecks yet. We just got lost, so that's a pretty good thing. That gives us a little bit more time. Can we get 10 likes before the end of the stream? Oh, almost didn't get her stopped. Working that Swift rig, man. Now we got 101 miles back. Went 200 and some miles out of the way. Huh. I guarantee that'll happen in real life too. I can't wait to tell you guys about the first time I went the wrong way in a truck. Metro Master says, I know that when I look at some company's website, the next few days on social media is all the same company. Yeah. It's weird. I've told the beautiful wifey, I said, anytime, it says, isn't it weird that we can be talking about, I need to pick up some frying pans. And then the next ad you get is about, hey, here's a 30 pack of frying pans, $20 off. Like, your phone is listening. Helen says Saturday is going fast. Yeah, Saturdays, her day off goes too fast, man. All right, 94 miles back if we don't get lost, hit the wrong street again. I don't know what it is about California, but in real life, you can ask the beautiful wifey. I used to go play in California a lot. And so we had an option. I could either fly out or we could keep the money from what the flight would cost and use that towards transportation and drive our own car. So a lot of times we'd choose that option. And me and the beautiful wifey would drive to California. I'd always miss the exit in real life. And I do the same thing in the simulator. Metro Master says, yes, I noticed that. Like the mic on your phone computer is open. Yeah, they're always listening. It's just not a coincidence that it happens every time. You know what I mean? I started noticing it really about 6 years ago. Helen says the road that you get lost in northern AZ. Oh yeah, there's a road. What is the name of that road? I can't remember the name of that. There's a spot up in Show Low, Arizona. It always get turned around in. It's a one way in and one way out, and I still get lost. Metro Master says exactly. Talk about invasive marking. Yeah, I agree. You know, because I talk about weightlifting and all that stuff, you know how many ads for protein powders I get? I've never looked up a protein powder. Many commercials and ads I get for weightlifting, you think I was trying to train to be Mr. Olympia or something. I'm just trying to train to be Mr. Not So Circle Shape. Well, so far we got 13 votes on the have you considered truck driving school. We got yes at 54%, no at 23%, and undecided at 23% as well. Appreciate everybody voting today too. I'd love to have you guys all as subscribers. It is free. Antonio says, my dad worked down in Kentucky and goes across the state line as a truck driver. He delivers all sorts of meat, such as seafood, turkey meat, chicken, and many others. Nice. Shout out to your pops, man, for delivering. I'm guessing he must run a reefer truck or something. I can't wait, guys. Once I got the CDL and I'm actually trucking, and then I do another live stream. I can't wait till we have the person that comes in. Why don't you be a real trucker? And I'll be like, let's not tell him, chat. Let's not tell him. All right, now don't let me miss the exit here. MN says, are truck drivers in short supply? From what I understand, yes. They're always needed. And the good thing about Swift is where I live local, it actually works out in my favor too. Because their largest I don't know if it's, what do you call the building that they have here is one of the largest that they have here in Arizona, or they have in the United States. All right, clear to get over. I believe we take this. Is this exit? Yeah, we're on the right exit now. Now, and the cool thing is about being 45 is I'm actually at the prime age where they really like to hire people because they like to hire, from what I understand, people that are around that age range because you're a little bit more mature, maybe have more life experiences with things, and so I'm at the precise right age to go into this career too, just according to the research I've done. And I have a good driving record. I don't have any weird things like that on my driving issues. I'm a real safe, conscious driver as well. And watch, I'm going to hit something here on the game. But I actually enjoy driving. Like, I really, truly enjoy just driving. Metro Master says, true, I didn't start transit till 35. Yeah, it's always neat to hear, that they just believe in stuff like that. It just makes you feel like you can at any age do anything, And once I get my CDL and I get situated in that and I get in the routine between that and the YouTube, now I also plan to go for my private pilot's license as well in the future. But I'm starting with the trucking first. Oh, got up on the curb a little bit. All right, we made it to Walmart. Let's go ahead and get those flashers on. Well, I hear the police. We are in California for sure. Welcome to Walmart. Welcome to the Walmart. Metro Master says at 22, fresh out of the military, I was just a complete wreck going somewhere to happen. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Thank you for your service, sir. Let's see where they want us at. All right, we're right there today. Let's back her up. See, can we get it done in one shot? Emmett says, I'm proud of my brother's military service as a chief petty officer. Fabulous. I've never had anybody in the military from my family, but I also do a lot of work for veterans. Played a lot of shows. I even had a non-profit at one time that gave guitars to veterans with PTSD. I'm looking pretty good there. Take it nice and slow. Follow the trailer on around. Can we get it done in one turn? Let's see. It's gonna be close, chat. Easy, easy. All right, looking good. Crank the wheel. Let her roll down the hill. MM says, can you have your dog with you when you're driving a semi? Some companies you can. We almost got it in one back. It was close. Think we got her now. See if we can bump the dock. All right, that's green. Yep, boom. Little trailer damage. All right. Let's go ahead and shut her down. Brakes are on. Metro Master says, nicely done. You the man. I would have needed a half an hour to do that. Oh, man, we got lucky on that. Let's let them have it, chat. And with that, that concludes the live stream for today. Once again, thank you guys so much for chatting with me and the support on me becoming a real truck driver here soon. I truly appreciate it. And then the support of the YouTube channel. You guys are absolutely fabulous. That being said, Metro Master, the beautiful wifey, Mark, Antonio, Nick, and everyone else, appreciate you guys hanging out. And I'll see you rock stars on the next one. I'm going to get out of here, hang out with the beautiful wifey. She's got to do some online stuff. So that's going to keep her kind of busy for the next little while. I'll see you rock stars on the next one. Sim Famous out. See you tomorrow.